We're coming up to a stop and wish me the best. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're actually gonna take that into a tour. So I've only driven it once around the block, and now I'm gonna drive it for a long period of time. Good times. Some of my dirty hands, I've been moving stuff around, but we're gonna go take this on a nice little cruise, and it's gonna be a bunch of other cars like this. I'll show them to you along the ride, and we're gonna have a nice little picnic and just cruise around in them, you know, like they used to back in the day, I guess. I don't know, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have lots of fun, and I'm bringing you with me, so let's get started. I'll see you on the road. Okay, so first thing, this tour was actually put on by the Salinas Valley Horseless Carriage Club, and we had to meet up in the morning for a driver's meeting before we headed on the road to discuss where we were going to go and what we were taking. So this is what you're seeing now, the meetup point, and after a little while, we will be heading on the road. All right, so driving on the tour of the Horseless Carriage Club. First time driving my REO, which is an experience. We're coming up to a stop and wish me the best. Okay. Come on, baby, you got this. So, come to find, final gear is a whopping 35 to 40 miles an hour. A terrifying 40 to 35 miles an hour, but boy, what an experience. It's pretty cool. Here she goes, we're going, we're moving. All right, well, I'm gonna keep driving this thing, and I'll let you know my thoughts a little bit later when we get to our midpoint. See you guys in a bit. Much like the video I did for the Land Cruiser, wind and road noise and engine noise were an issue, so I decided to simply just record the scenery as I drove along and just enjoy the drive. I hope you guys do too. See you guys at the next stop. Alright guys, so it looks like I made it through the tour. I didn't die, so that's good. Gonna have a nice little picnic out here. Huh? Yeah? At a local park, and we'll continue from there. I'll take you guys on the journey, so. Alright, see you guys in a sec. Look at that thing. Oh man, these things are cool. Check out some of these cars here. So, we got a straggler Mercedes. It showed up. Not quite a horseless carriage, but that right there is a local mobile, which is kind of a gigantic version of my REO there. That's pretty cool. We got a Dodge Brothers, which is nice. Really cool vehicle. This is in response to Ford's Model T. Huh? She's alive. So there's this. This is pretty cool. Very interesting, very first type Dodges. Very revolutionary, honestly. We got a 1912 REO, which is essentially like my 1914, except with a few differences. For example, the back end of this is wood, just like mine, but except it has no cowling. What cowling is, it's a little piece here. You'll notice how it's flat. See the wood where the lanterns are held up, and the way the hood is a little more flat with some accents on it and stuff. So the front of this is different to my 1914, which has a cowling and a slightly sleeker hood. See how the hood, there's a cowling now here, tapered into the hood, and the hood tapers forward now. And you'll notice that the last REO, remember that peak I talked about earlier in the last video? Well, this REO doesn't have that yet. It's not quite there yet. The styling at least. So yeah, a few differences, but essentially the same car. There's 2012, I mean, sorry, 2012, yeah, 1912, 1914. By the way, this thing drove amazingly for an old car, just gotta say. Awesome, love this thing, epic. This here is another locomobile. The only difference between this locomobile and the one that's back there is that this one is a narrow body. So where the one in the back there can carry 6 people, this can carry 4 or 5. But basically the same thing. And I'll try to do reviews more in depth on these vehicles later, but essentially it's kind of a quick overview of what's here. Yeah, so that locomobile is the same thing as the one that's way back there, just a little narrower. And this is a Model T. I believe this is a 1914. See here, brass era stuff, very beautiful. Look at that steering wheel, wow. You'll notice not a whole lot going on here. Now the weird thing about this one is that those pedals down there, you got 3 pedals. You got brake, you got reverse. So one of those pedals is reverse, one of those pedals is forward. Brake, brake, right? So you got your parking brake over there, and then your shifter. So a little weird. Polars brass. Radiator, very nice. Got the hand crank in the front, very cool. This thing's, I think it's fast, by the way, for a Model T. This is a Willys Overland. Another manufacturer, like I said in the last video, I explained how the back end of these cars, that Carriage back end, is essentially the same for all these vehicles at the time. So those people that had say that new cars don't have an identifying body, well, that was true even back then. But anyway, there it is. So it's a 1913. I apologize. It's right there in the front. Willys Overland. It's pretty cool. And you can tell the early cars because they don't have any cowling. Like I said, right here, just stops right there. That's your firewall. There's no cowling into the hood. The hood wasn't molded just yet, or at least the front end wasn't molded just yet. But yeah, pretty cool little lineup. Look at that lineup, man. If I can get that back car in the background that way and just turn that black and white, Jesus, what year is it, right? Very cool. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what was here. I thought it was pretty cool. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you want me to review any one of these in particular, or just go over all of it. All right, well, we'll keep going. See you guys at the next stop.
Unfortunately, guys, this is around the time in the tour that I ended up experiencing some issues with the car. It didn't want to advance as I accelerated. You could tell by the way I'm looking around at the bottom of the vehicle that something's not right. So we had to pull over and check it out. Other than that, it went fine.
Okay, well, that was a good tour. Boy, that was a lot of fun. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that. I thought that was really, really cool. Let me know if you want to know anything more about any of the vehicles you saw. in the video today. This is just a quick one, just showing you what it's all about to have one of these and, you know, what it's like to drive one maybe. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I learned a lot. Had a bit of a mishap, but we made it back. And you know what? I look forward to doing this again. This is so awesome. I'm excited. And let me know if you guys are excited too. All right. See you in the next one.